The guy from the jewelry store.
So we're live on Facebook. It is 7:45, actually 7:46, and just want to wish you all a Shavua Tov. It's going to be an amazing week, a great week. Like all the weeks in front of us, we increasingly get better and better and better, at least I believe. So let me just mute everyone right now. I assume we probably won't have any more people on tonight. I know there's some other things pulling folks in many different directions, so we will, let me just mute. Cantor, if you can just unmute yourself. You can't? You don't know how. So I'm going to unmute you, but it's not allowing me. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, you're going to have to do it again because I just unmuted. There you go.
Okay.
Can everyone hear me? Shavua Tov. Good to see you all. So we take in our right hand our Kiddush cup or any receptacle that we have. Well, not any receptacle. Please have some sanctity to it. And we'll put some grape juice in it or some wine. We take it in our right hand and we light our Havdalah candle, which is just 2 wicks that are brought together to bring together the both the whole and the kadosh, the holy and the mundane. And before we say the brachos that I will turn over to Cantor, we say this little formula. ליהודים הייתה אור ושמחה וששון ויקר, כן תהי לנו כוס ישועות אשא ובשם אדוני אקרא, סברי חבריי לחיים.
Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen borei peri hagafen. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei minei vesamim. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei me'orei ha'esh borei me'orei ha'esh. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Amabdil ben Chodesh lechol ben Chodesh lechor ha'choshev ben Yisrael amim ben Yom Hashvi l'sheshet yamei hamaseh. Baruch atah Adonai Amabdil ben Chodesh lechol. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai.
Praise to you, Adonai, our God, who rules the universe, endowing all creation, distinctive qualities, distinguishing between the sacred and the secular, between light and darkness, between the people Israel and others, between the 7th day and the 6 working days of the week. Praise to you, Adonai, who differentiates the sacred from the secular. Amen. Before
Amen.
we sing Eliyahu Hanavi, I just wanted to say a few words of Torah. We all are aware that our weekly Torah portion takes on the most significant word in the first pasuk of that Torah reading. So what's very interesting that we all know it starts off with in the beginning, Bereshit bara Elohim, and there are several weekly Torah portions that take on names. We know of Noach, but we don't know of any parshas that are named what we thought maybe they would be named Abraham or Jacob or Isaac or Yosef. And in fact, it doesn't even have a Torah portion that is named Moshe. Isn't that right? One would assume that if you are a Jewish person, that the most important book that we have would consider those as being important names to have. But we have Noach. And this week, I think it is particularly interesting that this week it is named after a foremother. It is named Chaye Sarah, the life of Sarah, that we look to the life of Sarah to help guide us in how it is that we are going to live as Jews and as people. It's very important that we talk about this moving forward, because tonight does mark a very special night in the history of the United States of America, in which Kamala Harris becomes the first woman to take the highest office. Nancy Pelosi's took just recently the third highest position in the United States of America, and now Kamala Harris takes the second highest. It is not long before women will take the highest office, the highest seat in the United States of America. This week we should mark Chaye Sarah, the life of Sarah, as a time in which we remember that this truly isn't about a glass ceiling that is being broken. It is being smashed by our beautiful and wonderful women in our country, but in fact, it is being smashed and broken by the people of the United States of America. It is important for us to remember that a life well lived is a life worth copying. We should look at the people in our world in which we respect, hold honor to, and learn from their lives. And that's what we learn in this week's Torah portion, Chaye Sarah, that she lived a life of fullness, that she lived a life of dignity, respect, honor, peace, kindness, love, and tolerance. And these are all things that we all aspire to. Without those in our core, then what kind of people are we when we interact in the world? In fact, the most important thing that we do is build our inner life. The most important thing that we do is work on being the best human beings that we can be. Chaye Sarah, in fact, our foremothers' mother teaches us this important fact. I wanted to just also take this moment, and I know I've been speaking a little long. Rabbi Jonathan Sachs passed away this morning, and he is probably the second most influential rabbi in modern Jewish life. So it is another terrible, terrible loss, at least in our Jewish community over the course of the past 3 months. And another life worth looking at. He was such an influential person. Spend this week looking up Jonathan Sachs's wonderful, wonderful teachings of Torah. He brought Torah to so many people, to so many Jews. He was, of course, out of the United Kingdom, but spend a moment. Again, a life well lived is a life worth studying. Shavua Tov. I just want to say before we sing Eliyahu Hanavi, grab a partner, reach out to your friend in the screen next to you. We look at the time when redemption is coming, but this is going to be a great week, a week of peace, and truly let's increase joy in the world.
Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi, Bimhera v'yamenu, Yavo Eleinu, Imashiach ben David, Mashiach ben David, Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu Hagiladi. Shavua Tov.
Let me bench one more thing. Focus on Sarah's life. God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. Protect your people Israel in their need as the holy beloved Sabbath takes its leave. May the good week come to us with health and life, good fortune and blessing, prosperity and dignity, graciousness and loving kindness, sustenance and success, with all good blessings and forgiveness everywhere. And let us all say amen.
Amen.
Shavua Tov.
Shavua Tov.
Hi, Nan and Papa.
Shabbat.